write a program that turns on something after so many inputs or something like that, or turns off light 2 after light 1's been turned off for 5 seconds or something. Basically using a timer or a counter. Alright. Shouldn't be too difficult though. Of course, I didn't think that about the last one.
You said something turned down after so many inputs. What did you mean by that?
Huh?
You said something about also turned on output and rise up for so many inputs. Output got integrated for so many inputs were made.
Okay, say I have a push button, okay, or a limit switch or something as an input. And I say, okay, I want this output, this motor, whatever, to start after limit switch has been hit 7 times.
Okay.
What would you use to make that program? You would have a switch, an input, you'd have a up counter over here, and then figure out what you need to use for an instruction over here to turn that on, and at what point. You use count up, you use done, you use countdown, whatever it might be. Or if I want to delay turning on something for so many seconds, what do you use? Or delay turning something off. Or count up, and once it reaches the count of 5, after 5 seconds, something turns off. Okay? So that'd be where you'd use a counter and a timer. Trying to think how. Well, it says after so many inputs, something has to turn on after a certain amount of time. And so many outputs, it turns off a different amount of time. Make it extremely confusing. A good final exam takes about 3 days to write the program.
Can you have a counter control another time or a counter? Like when it's done, it makes the other counter go.
You could, but when that done bit goes true, it stays true unless it's reset. So
Could you just have a reset?
you could have a reset built in there. So this one counter counts every 12 objects. And then it goes done, and then it resets on the next one and starts counting again. As long as you get that done bit to reset each time, so that other counter could tell you how many dozen objects have been made. So if you got a limit switch coming out the butt of a chicken, it's counting how many eggs are coming out. But when it hits 12, it opens a conveyor and says, all right, shoot spin a cart.
So
That
why-
cart hits limit switch.
Why doesn't the done bit on, like an on delay, why doesn't that stay on? It's only momentary.
On delay,
Yeah, like just a timer. Done bit.
it stays on once it reaches that time. So like this one right here, this bit right here, once it reaches 5 seconds, that stays on. Unless this goes false again, until the timer's turned back off.
Oh.
The done bit, like if this is off right here, this input, the timer's off, the done bit's gonna be off, no matter what the time is. But if it's been longer than 5 seconds, it'll be on until gets too long.
Yeah, cause that's what I had on my program. The done would unlatch the input that would control the timing, so it'd go off like immediately.
Yeah. And in reality, there was probably so many microseconds when it was on, but it worked so fast that you'd never be able to see that. Cause it checks all these, and then changes all these, and then checks all these, changes all those. That's why in real fast processes, that scan time or cycle time could play a role into things. And it had, if you read into the counters and stuff, the counter, like if this was, say this was a counter, and this was the input, that switch has to be positive or true for, I forgot how long it says, but it's like a certain percentage of the cycle time. So it can't be that fast to where it can't read it and actually process it.